Bombers, Richland High School here. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and every Monday we will have a video that gives information about mental health. Throughout this series, we will cover 13 important questions regarding mental health. Our goal is to educate and inform our students and faculty. We want to break the stigma and bring light to the subject. Who gets PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder?
So people can get post-traumatic stress disorder by having a traumatic experience such as a car accident or anything like that.
Anyone can get PTSD. It can be from growing up in an abusive household or having something very traumatic happen to you, and it just can happen to anybody.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, can occur at any age. PTSD develops in some people who have experienced a shocking, scary, or dangerous event or know somebody that has it. This includes war veterans, survivors of physical and sexual assaults, abuse, accidents, and many other traumatic events. Not all people who have experienced a traumatic event will develop PTSD. Indeed, most will not. Physiological reactions related to the trauma may be present as recurrent, intrusive thoughts, nightmares, flashbacks, and/or hallucinations. Symptoms usually occur within 3 months of the event, but may also begin years later. Recovery can occur within 6 months, while others have symptoms that last much longer. How does ADHD correlate with mental health?
ADHD is correlated with mental health because it's a mental health disorder that causes lack of attention span.
ADHD is a common mental disorder of behavior that begins in childhood and can continue through adolescence and adulthood. It is characterized by a persistent pattern of hyperactivity, impulsivity, and substantial difficulties with sustained attention that is outside the norm and can impair school, home, and relationships with peers. It is normal for kids to have some inattention, unfocused motor activity, and impulsivity, but for those with ADHD, these behaviors are more severe and occur more often. An estimated 9% of kids between the ages of 3 and 17 have ADHD. ADHD has a genetic component and is more common in boys than in girls. True or false? Is suicide a mental disorder?
I believe it's true because I think suicide is a combination of many mental illnesses.
False. Suicide itself is not a mental disorder, but one of the most important causes of suicide is mental illness, which is treatable. What are some suicide risk warning signs?
Some suicide risk warning signs are either coming out and actually saying you want to kill yourself or changing behavior and being sad.
Suicide threats, both direct, like I'm going to kill myself, and indirect, like I wish I could fall asleep and never wake up. Giving away prized possessions. Preoccupation with death in conversation, writing, drawing, and social media. Changes in behavior, appearance, hygiene, thoughts, and/or feelings. This can include someone who is typically sad but suddenly becomes extremely happy. And emotional distress. Always take warning signs seriously and never promise to keep them secret. Be sure to let an adult know.